both go to the airport? I guess he got on all right. I'm laughing because the washer and dryer over there. The washer and dryer.
Anyone else? The last one. Easy job. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Let's do our chanting before the meditation. Please turn to page 5 of our chanting book. Salutation to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. The three refuges. Buddham saranam gacchami, dhammam saranam gacchami, saranam gacchami. Dutiyampi sangham saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi buddham saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi sangham saranam gacchami. Next page. The five precepts. Panatipata Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Adinādana Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Kāmesu micchācārā veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Musāvādā veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Suramēraya mañña pamadandhāna veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. On the opposite page, let's read the alternative vows. Being aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, and oppression, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and long-term commitment. Being aware that words can create suffering, I vow to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I vow to develop mindfulness and heedfulness. Next page. Homage to the Buddha. Iti piso bhagavā arahant samma sambuddho Vidyācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuntaro purisa dhamma sārati sattva deva manusānam buddho bhagavāti. Homage to the Dhamma. Swāṅkhāto bhagavata dhammo sandhikkhiko akāliko ēpassiko opanayiko paccattam Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ujupatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Nyaya Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Samiji Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Yadidang Chattari Purisa Yugani Anta Purisa Pugmrila Ise Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Auniyo Pauniyo Dakiniyo Anjali Karaniyo Anundayang Unyak Etang Lokat Sati Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Offering. Offering of light. Ganesarappaditpene Dipene Tamdang Sena Tiloka Dipang Sambuddhang Pujayami Tamodang. Offering of incense. Gandha Sambhara Yuktene Dupena Sugandhina Pujaye Pujaniyam Tam Puja Bhajana Mudramam. Offering of flowers. Vanne gandhe gunopetang etang kusuma santating pujayami munindasse sipade salurudhe Pujeni Buddhang Kusumena Vina Punyena Mitena Lavami Mokkhang Kumpang Milayati Yatati Dhamme Ayo Takayati Offering of water. Adivasi tuno bhante paniyang parikampitam anukampang upadaya patigan hatu unteme. Offering of drinks. Adivasi duno bhante bilane panjayang imang anukampang upadaya patigan hatu unteme. Worship of shrines. Vandami Ketiyam Sambang Sambetani Supatindhitam Saririka Dhatu Mahabodhim Buddha Rupam Sakalam Sada Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Wish of well-being. Reflections on the teachings of the Buddha in English. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made hardy. If one speaks so acts with an impure mind, suffering follows, like the weed that follows the foot of the earth. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made hardy. If one speaks so acts with the pure mind, happiness follows, like one's own shadow that never leaves. Generosity, kind words, benevolent actions towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These bonds of sympathy function in the world like a wheel in a moving car. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, wise people should remove their impurity, as a smith removes the dross from silver. For one who mindfully develops boundless loving kindness, mental refinements are weakened and the freedom from clinging is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with them, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All things are not self. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. Excellent, excellent, excellent. dear spiritual friends, we welcome you all to our Wednesday regular meditation. I think after a joyful weekend, we are meeting to practice our meditation. So today, two of our spiritual friends are also joining through YouTube. So we welcome you all as well. So today, the Wednesday meditation is now it is not a new experience for us. It is something we are doing. It has become something that we are doing usually normal meditation. So, but this time, Wednesday from 7 to 9, this time is important for us in the week. Anyway, you decided to come to this place and also join to this meditation. So before we start our meditation, first you can appreciate yourself. You can rejoice yourself. You yourself made a decision that I want to practice meditation. I want to spend few minutes in meditation, just to observe myself, to find peace and happiness within myself. It is such a wonderful and useful decision that you have made. So, before we bring our awareness to practice meditation, you can appreciate yourself. Rejoice the decision that you have taken by yourself. Deeply appreciating yourself. Let's make a determination. The determination is that I will engage in a committed practice. I will make use of this wholesome guidance, this wholesome gathering, this wholesome space. I engage in a committed practice. Make that determination now. With that determination, listen to the bell. It will help you to settle your body and mind further and further and relax your body and bring the awareness to this present moment right here. And also after the bell, let's together chant our regular chanting. Namo Buddhaya. Namo means pay homage, Buddhaya, to the Buddha. First, listen to the bell and then let's chant. During the chanting, you can focus your mind to the sound until the very end of the sound. Be with the sound and settle your body and mind. Spiritual friends. Now we are going to practice meditation. Before
we bring our awareness to practice meditations. You can prepare your body for a better, comfortable meditation. You can keep your body upright and chin goes somewhat parallel to the floor. And you can keep your both arms on the lap. And keep your both eyes closed gently. Better you can try to maintain this motionless posture in meditation. If you want to adjust your body for any changes, just you can do it. But slowly and mindful. Now you can feel your body, this meditative posture. Even this relaxed meditative posture brings some relaxation to our body. Feel that relaxation within your body. Feel your whole body and relax. Relax your body. Relax your body. Feel your whole body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, to the tips of your fingers. You can feel your feet. If they are touching the floor, feel that touching sensation. Feel your lower legs, knees, upper legs, and muscles of the leg. You can feel how your body needs the cushion or the chair that you are sitting on. How the muscles are pressed. Feel your belly muscles, chest muscles, back muscles. Feel your shoulders, upper legs, lower legs, palms, fingers, fingertips. Feel your neck, facial muscle, forehead, and top of your head. You can feel the clothes that you are wearing. The clothes, the touching sensation of the clothes, anywhere in your body. Feel your whole body and relax your body. Relax your body. Relax. Now you are in a comfortable meditative posture, you have kept your body well. Now you can observe your mind, present mind. What is going on in your mind? Just observe. You can observe your natural mind. The thoughts. Thoughts are popping up in your mind. Just observe them. Some thoughts may be good thoughts, wholesome thoughts. Some may be not. Some thoughts may be unwholesome or negative. Some thoughts may be related to your past experiences, or present, or future. You can experience the nature of the thoughts. Thoughts are occurring one after the other. Now you can generate whatever thought that you wish. You wish to generate purposefully. Let's together generate a wholesome thought in our minds. One single wholesome thought. That is loving kindness. Loving kindness. What a beautiful thought that we can generate. Wishing all to be well, happy, and peaceful. Positive wishes for all beings. You can do your loving kindness wishes to yourself first. To your body and to yourself. Mentally repeat. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be healed. Be healed. Be healed. May my mind be well. May my mind be peaceful. May my mind be healthy. May my mind be healed. Be healed. Be healed. May I have a happy mind. May I have a happy mind. May I have a happy mind. Now you can do your loving kindness to your body. Your body needs your loving kindness. May my body be healthy. Be healthy. Be healed. Be healed. Be healed. May I have a healthy life. May I have a healthy life. May I have a healthy life. Radiate your loving kindness throughout your body, to each and every part of the body, all the systems and the functions in your body. Appreciate the great support of all these systems, organs, and internal functions in your body. Even right now, they are functioning in your body. That's for you. Appreciate that great support. Appreciating, radiate the loving kindness throughout your body. Feel the skin, the largest organ of the body. and radiate loving kindness. May the skin of my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Radiate the loving kindness, the bones and the muscles of the body. May the bone and the muscles of my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Radiate loving kindness into the systems and the functions of the body. Deep and deeply appreciate the support of all these systems and the functions in your body. And radiate loving kindness. Feel the respiratory system, the vital function of the body. Appreciate the support of the respiratory system, which helps to maintain your healthy body, healthy life, and radiate loving kindness. May the respiratory system of my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. May the cardiovascular system of my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. And radiate the loving kindness into the digestive system in your body. May the digestive system in my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Radiate loving kindness into the all other systems in your body. The genitourinary system, the nerve system, the immune system. Deeply appreciating the support of all these systems and functions in your body. Radiate loving kindness throughout the body. May all these systems in my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. And also you can radiate your loving kindness to all the faculties in your body and to the brain of your body. Ears, eyes, nose, tongue, all these faculties, sensory organs. All these faculties and brain be health, be health, be healed, be healed, be May my body be health, be health, be health. May I have healthy body. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peace, peace, peace. May I have happy mind. May I have happy mind. May I have happy mind. Enjoy the loving kindness within yourself. You are full of loving kindness. Now you can expand this loving kindness beyond yourself. The loving kindness, it is boundless, limitless. You can expand this same genuine wishes to all others. Your mind is pure, it is calm, it's peaceful, it's beautiful. With this peaceful, beautiful, calm mind, make these genuine wishes for all beings, all others, the same wishes, same loving kindness. To your family members, to the relatives, to your friends, to your neighbors, to your neighbors, co-workers, the people who are living in your neighborhood, who you know or not. expand more and more to all people and to all beings. May all beings living in this neighborhood be well, be happy, be peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. May all beings living in neighboring neighborhoods, in the cities, neighboring cities, in this country, in this world, in this universe, anywhere, in every direction. Spread your loving kindness. Each and every direction. From this point, who are around me, visible or invisible, all beings. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful, peace, peace. May all beings living in the direction of your front, back, left, right, above, and below. Be well. Be happy. Be peaceful. Peaceful. Peace. May all be safe. May all be healthy. May all be healed. Be healed. Be healed. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. May all have happy minds. Your mind, your peace and calm. with this mind, relaxed mind. Now you can feel your breath, observe your breath, practice breathing meditation for few minutes. Bring your awareness to your breath, in breath and out. If you want to adjust your body, you can do it. For breathing meditation, establishment of your body is useful. You can keep your body upright if you change your position. And take a deep breath, hold it as much as you can, and slowly release out. Just relaxing your body. And start breathing meditation. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are grieving be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of your meditation and gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. And let's take a moment to be grateful to have this wonderful opportunity in our life. Let's be grateful to all the enlightened masters and the teachers in the past who passed this teaching, this practice, this technique to generation, and also appreciate the guidance, instructions that you receive for your meditation. And also, whoever helped you to do this meditation comfortably today, appreciate their support. And also, feel grateful to all these non-living things that we used. The chair, the cushion, the device help to connect to this meditation. This bell, all these things, appreciating the support we receive for our meditation and deeply feel grateful. Let's say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. That's for discussion. Okay. Nice. But then, can you hear us?
Yes, Bante, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Yes, Bante, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, Bante. Yeah. We want to.
Can you?
Yes. Actually, first, we want to inform our friends who are joining with the YouTube and also Zoom. So today we are having a new experience. We are broadcasting parallelly through Zoom and also through YouTube. So maybe some technical issues may arise. So we apologize for especially the person or the other friends who are in person too. So let's try. Bante, okay, we can hear you.
Okay. Yes, Bante. Yeah, today we are doing an experiment. Yes, we are webcast live streaming our session through Zoom and also through YouTube. So people who are joining through YouTube will be able to, clearly, join the discussion too. Okay, I'm glad to see, I can see some of, people who are in the center now, they're living little, they're sitting down a little far away, but I can see you. And I also see Kay is joining over Zoom. So it's a nice gathering. Okay, friends, so this is a discussion time. I enjoy the meditation with you here. It's a nice practice of calming the mind and abiding in loving kindness. So these days, we are discussing parables of the Buddha, what kind of parables that Buddha has given in his teachings. And we learn the parable and we learn the meaning of the parable, and then we try to see how much we can learn from those parables. And Buddha, as a great teacher, he used a lot of similes and parables. So we are learning them. So today parable is about merchants, the traders or merchants. And this parable is found in the Buddhist text called Anguttara Nikaya, which is the collection of numerical discourses of the Buddha. The collection of the discourses where Buddha talks about numbers. So here Buddha talked about three qualities. The three qualities that a merchant requires in order to be successful, in order to be wealthy. So I think we discussed before the Buddha's parables or similes with regard to agriculture, with regard to farming. We heard a lot of parables about farming and farmers. But here we have this parable about merchants. So when you think about at the time of the Buddha, like 6th century BCE in northern India, there have a number of classes of people. And one important class was merchants. And they are very important, powerful class of people. And later, actually, it is the merchants that kind of became fond of Buddhism and also started to spread Buddhism beyond the Indian subcontinent. So among many religious traditions and spiritual traditions that developed in India, in northern India in the 6th century BC, there was several strong spiritual traditions. But Buddhism happened to be the first spiritual tradition that went beyond the Indian subcontinent to many other countries, including all the way to China and Tibet and many other places, including Sri Lanka. So this is spread. So it's to most places, the Buddhism was brought by merchants, by caravan travelers, and also the monks used to travel in caravans with merchants. But anyway, so that's a different story. But today, our parable is about a merchant. Buddha is describing, in order for a merchant to be successful and wealthy, he has to have three important qualities. One is called, he has to be knowledgeable. And actually, the Buddha said that he has to have good eyes, good knowledge. And he has to be knowledgeable in the sense that he should be able to know the prices, value of each items, each merchandise, right? So we have to know the value of each merchandise. So that understand the knowledge of the value and understanding that, the real value of this item is this, and this is the value that I can sell, and this will be the profit I will get. So he has to be that knowledgeable. When he see, he should be able to kind of quickly detect that, okay, this is the real value, and this is how much I can sell, and this will be the profit that I will be able to get. So he has to have good eyes. In other words, it has to be very knowledgeable about merchandise. So that's the first quality. I think you will agree with that, right? Definitely, you really have to have such a knowledge. And the second one, Buddha said that he has to be he has to be skillful in actual transaction. So one is to have a knowledge, a clear knowledge or clear eyes, clear knowledge about the value of merchandise. The second one is to be skillful in actually buying and selling these items. Because when it's one thing to have a good knowledge about the value of each item, but then at the same time, in actual selling and buying, you really have to decide, when to buy or when to sell, and also whether buying that particular item is profitable right now or not. So in actual trading, you have to be skillful or vigilant. So that's the second quality. First one is be knowledgeable, and second one is being skillful or vigilant in actual trading, and mainly deciding whether to buy it or not. So that's more like putting that knowledge into practice, and then to decide whether you really want to buy it, whether can you really sell it if you buy it. So applying that, being skillful in actual buying and selling. The third quality is given as having a good social support. Having a good social support in the sense that you have to have a good network, a good connection with other people, and the Buddha described that a good merchant will have a good relationship with other wealthy citizens of the area. And so those citizens will actually support him. So when they know that this person is knowledgeable, this person is skillful in trading, and they will trust him, and they will even invest with him. They will even, give him money, and then so he can use them and then give those rich people a profit back too. So that's the second one. So a merchant should have a good social support, a good network of people that he can go and ask help, or he can ask more for more investments. So those are three qualities. So do you agree with these three qualities? Right? Being knowledgeable about goods or merchandise, and then being skillful in selling and buying. And third one is having a good social support, a good network. So those are the three qualities. So now you may wonder, how this is going to apply for a spiritual practice. Right? This is about, real business, the knowledge about the business. But then Buddha bring this whole simile, this parable, to a spiritual practitioner. Someone who's practicing this spiritual path, Buddha said that for even such a practitioner, that practitioner should have a similar kind of three qualities. The first quality is being knowledgeable, actually having good eyes. Bhante Metta, the Pali term used here is called Chakkuma Hoti. Chakkuma Hoti, having good eyes, right? Yeah, having good eyes and having good knowledge. So Buddha said that for a spiritual practitioner, he should also have a good knowledge. Good knowledge about what? That's the important thing. Just like the merchant has a good knowledge about goods, and a spiritual practitioner should have a good knowledge about suffering. That's the key here. Good knowledge about suffering. What does it mean? Is that actually understanding the nature of suffering and also understanding the mechanism of suffering, exactly how a suffering arises in our mind. This is, in brief, the Four Noble Truths. You know that the most basic four noble truths in Buddhism, most basic four truth is the nature of the suffering and how suffering arises and how suffering can be overcome and the path leading to the cessation of suffering. So anyway, as a spiritual practitioner, we should have a very good knowledge about suffering. And this is what actually we are learning. When we learn the teachings of the Buddha, we get to know more about different shades of suffering, how different people have different kinds of suffering, and also understanding that simple pain is not only the kind of suffering, but the real suffering is actually the dissatisfaction and uneasiness and kind of lack of ease in the mind. So it's a kind of larger state of the mind, unsatisfactoriness. And we also should learn how this suffering arises in our mind. Usually, in normal understanding, whenever we experience some kind of dissatisfaction, frustration, or suffering, pain, we usually try to put the blame on someone else. So we think that most of the time our suffering is created by someone. Our suffering is created by somebody or someone. Try to find something external to us. But in deep understanding of the mechanism of suffering, we should know that, of course, external people, external conditions can provide certain can contribute to our suffering. But actually, the origin of suffering has to do with mostly how we interpret and react in a situation. So we understand that the mechanism of suffering, that there are difficult, challenging situations, there are difficult, challenging people, but then how we interact with this situation, how we interpret this situation will decide, how what level of suffering that we will experience. So understanding that kind of psychology of suffering is important. The Buddhist, there are so many Buddhist teachings about this, psychology of suffering. So as a spiritual practitioner, Buddha said that we have to have a good knowledge about it. We have to have a good eye, good knowledge, good understanding about suffering. And actually, Buddha even, was careful to say that don't blame yourself for your suffering too. We do this mistake. Either we blame others for our suffering, or we will blame ourselves for suffering. But Buddha wants us to see the suffering is a causal product, like in between. It's occurring in between is a causal product. But if we understand the causes and condition, we can change it. So not really even like to put the blame on oneself, but understanding that there are contributions that we are making, and there are also external conditions. So coming together, it creates this experience of suffering. But if we can know how to remove these causes and conditions or change, alter, we will have a different experience. So that's the first, the first quality we need to have. I think most of us are now getting better and better understanding of suffering, right? Do you think that you know more about suffering now than before? One interesting thing is that more we know about suffering, the more we know how to get rid of it. The issue is that people do not know much about suffering. They only experience, they are afraid of it, they react to it. And we shouldn't be afraid of suffering because for most part it's kind of inevitable, but actually we can increase it if you don't respond to it in a skillful way. But But the more we know about the mechanism of suffering, the more we know about psychology of suffering, and we have more tools to deal with it. So that's the first one. Just like a merchant have a good knowledge of goods. And the second one, just like the merchants should be able to be skillful in deciding what to buy, what to keep, what to sell. He has to be very vigilant and skillful in deciding which one to keep, which one to sell, which one to buy. In the same way, Buddha said that other than having a good, solid knowledge about suffering, the second quality we should have is being able to watch our mind and decide what kind of thoughts or emotions that we should entertain, and what kind of thoughts and emotion that we should try to not to entertain, or we should try to like let go. So I think so we also talk about this skill when you talk about right effort, samma vayama, right effort. So ability to it's one thing to have a good knowledge about suffering, but when you really encounter real situation, and how to apply it, and which kind of thought patterns that we should, develop, or which kind of thought patterns that we should not really feed and weaken. So that's the second ability, being skillful in deciding what kind of thoughts we should, develop. For example, let's say, we had a very bad argument with someone, maybe with a very close one to us. And then even after the argument, we may have different memories about that argument. We may have all kind of thoughts about it. So now we can, with our knowledge about, mechanism of suffering, we know that, how suffering arises in our mind, what we contribute to that. And now we feel that the argument happened 2 days ago is kind of repeating itself in our mind. And, we still think, maybe replay the same argument again. And then we again think quite bad about that person. He used that words and he was so harsh. And then we can continue to think like that. So then we have to be skillful. Okay, is this thinking, is this replaying of this episode, or maybe it's still, still think about, bad qualities of that person, that loved ones. Is it really beneficial? Is it going to help me to reduce my suffering? Or is it going to help me to help others reduce their suffering? So we have to ask that question, because it's not really happening now. It's just simply replaying in the mind. So we need to ask that question, and then we have to be mindful, observe these thoughts arising, and then maybe we have to purposely do something about it. If those thinking, like repeated thinking about the same issue again and again, is not going to help us, and then it's like buying this unnecessary goods on unnecessary time. It's not going to profit you. So then maybe you have to purposely change our attention to something else. Instead of keeping thinking about it, we can stand up and go outside and see the nature, or just listen to a Dhamma talk, or maybe read a book, you maybe even call the Buddhist center and talk with the monk instead of, letting these thoughts, pile up in your mind and, creating more suffering. You can purposely do something not to entertain these thoughts, but to break that thought patterns and then bring some positivity to you. So Buddha said that it's just like buying and selling. What kind of thoughts that you want to buy? What kind of thoughts that you want to sell? And don't buy things that are not profitable to you. And don't sell things that is that is not profitable to you. So in the same way, we have to think about our thoughts and emotions, which one to keep, which one to let go. So that's the second quality. Third one is actually just like for the merchant, he has to have a good social support, a good network. Buddha said that for a spiritual practitioner, he should also have a good network of people, a good teachers and good friends who are practicing the same path. And so whenever you have an issue, whenever you have a difficulty in understanding certain things in your life, maybe even you understand, but you cannot really change these things, and then you should be able to go and talk to monks, talk to teachers, and talk to other co-practitioners. So we have to keep a good relationship, good connection, like a support with our teachers and with our other spiritual friends. So just like a merchant can ask help from his that network of people when he needs some extra money to buy a very profitable thing. So in the same way, we can go and talk to our friends. I'm going through. I mean, of course, trustworthy friends. Our spiritual friends are like trustworthy. They will protect our what do you call personal. What do you call protect our
interests.
Yeah. I mean, they will not. I mean, they will protect our secrets, like they. So I mean, you can come and reveal anything to monks, and monks will respect your personal life, and and then so we have to have that kind of friends definitely, who will not misuse your information. But I think we can develop such network of people, such a group of friends, and then spiritual teachers. So this is the third one. So I think that the Buddha's simile about a merchant and the spiritual practitioners is really interesting. How he see this connection. You will know. You may not never think that the principles in the business has anything to do with the spiritual practice. Like who thinks that? Of course, but Buddha was such a great teacher, and he was able to see, and then the qualities that we need to do a good business can help us to have a good spiritual practice too. So Bhante Metta, the three terms used here actually: Chakkuma hoti, having good knowledge and understanding, and Viduro hoti, being skillful or diligent in of course in buying and selling, but in spiritual practice in deciding which thoughts to keep and which thought to abandon. And the last one is Nissaya Sampanno hoti, having a good supporting group of people around us. Yeah. So what do you think about this in applying the business knowledge to spiritual practice?
One thing, Bhante, I just first you are explaining that having a good knowledge about suffering. Then I think then it comes to buy and sell. If we can not to buy suffering but to sell suffering, right?
To whom?
Whoever will buy it.
To who will buy, right?
Yeah, exactly, Bhante. What actually Buddha is telling here is that there are certain thoughts, there are certain topics, there are certain things that will buy suffering to you, that will bring suffering to you.
Yeah, we buy, right? We
will
do.
buy them, yes.
Then it just piles up.
Sorry?
Then the suffering just piles up and piles up.
Yeah.
Till you get rid of it.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm happy that actually, in our discussions, in many of our discussions, we learn more about suffering. We understand how Buddha explains suffering as a causal product. It's certain levels of pains are inevitable, but I think most of the suffering, kind of mental sufferings that we are going through, are causal or conditional products. So you cannot really put blames on others or even put blames on yourself. It just we need to understand that these are result of certain causes and conditions, so like certain environmental conditions, mental conditions, physical conditions, but we can change them. We can change them because they are not, it's a causal product. So we understand that. We try to examine on that nature of suffering. I think Buddha was an expert in explaining the suffering, and he was, and that is one kind of charge that some people place on the Buddhism, that Buddha talks so much about suffering. Is people think that it's also pessimistic. But I think what really Buddha is doing there actually really help us to understand the mechanism of suffering. His explanation of suffering is aimed at actually overcoming suffering. Like, we cannot overcome suffering if you don't understand it correctly, if you don't understand how it arises actually. So it's just like understanding diagnosing a disease, and then we can overcome it. So I'm glad that we talk about it quite often, and then the more we know, the more we have tools. And then secondly, we also are developing this spiritual friendship, this network, this supporting network that we can, we can talk to each other, we can rely on each other, we can, freely, share our experiences and ask help. So we have that supporting environment around us. That's the whole purpose of this Buddhist center, to create that supporting environment for us to follow this path, this compassionate path. But the third one, being skillful or vigilant when we are really confronting a situation, is all up to you.
The second one, Bhante, right?
Second one, yeah, second one. You have to apply it, when you are, having a telephone conversation with someone, you have to apply it, when you are having an argument with someone, So we have to apply it when you are stuck in the traffic, and it can be any occasion in your life, you just have to find a way to apply it.
And also, Bhante, do you suggest to submit some details or about some problems? If we want to solve our problems, we should find the correct person or correct spiritual friend to solve our problems.
Yes, Bhante. Yeah, I think Bhante, yes, Bhante, Kamal say it's a good suggestion, Bhante. Whenever we are going through a difficult time, it's really, really good if you have a good, trustworthy person, a teacher or a friend, to go and share that, problems and issues. Yes, Bhante. And then we can explain, this is what I'm going through. Can you help me to understand what is happening? Can you help me to find ways to, overcome this? Yeah, it's very important that, we are open, we are like open and even humble enough to share, with teachers and friends. Of course, trustworthy, friends and teachers. Yeah. Yes, because Bhante, particularly, we sometimes we try to, solve our problems by ourselves, and we think that, we should not be a burden to anyone, and therefore I should fix my own problems. We can try, but I think, we cannot solve all the problems by ourselves. We need some, other perspective. We need some, emotional support. So it is not a weakness to ask help. It's not a weakness. I think, Bhante, you brought a very important point. We should be open to ask help from others.
So what about being on the other side when you want to be the helper, but you don't know how?
You don't know how, yes.
How to get in there to help?
Maybe you have to develop more knowledge about suffering. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good point also, Nancy. Of course, we should develop our understanding of suffering, and the more we understand, more we are able to help others too. But sometimes, Nancy, the best help we can give to a person who's going through a difficult time is simply to be with that person. Maybe simply to listen to that person's, agony. the person's problem, and sometimes just being there for that person to express that suffering can itself help. So of course we should also find a way to kind of guide that person if we can, but otherwise even simply being there to listen with empathy is a big help for anyone.
So what if you see why they're suffering?
I mean, if you
But
mean that you understand that why they are in this state of suffering, so
but
but they will not accept it, or they will not
exactly.
they will not ready to change.
Well, then you can't really change their mind. Can't you?
Are you referring to the physical condition that they cannot be aware, or maybe they are mentally not ready to change their behavior or their attitudes?
Mentally.
Mental, yeah. Oh, that's a big challenge, Nancy. So first we should I think first is we have to be skillful also. First we should show our concern, show our empathy, and let them know that we clearly understand their situation. Before we give them instruction, we should make sure that we actually care for them. There's an interesting statement, nobody cares what you know until they know that you care. So first we need to show the empathy, and then of course we can show them. We can really get rid of that, and if we change this and change that, they may not accept it, they may not do it, but that's okay. But we should keep guiding. That's where we need kind of what we call equanimity. We keep trying, although it's not going to be successful, but we are not going to give it up.
And also, Bante, by the side of the merchant, if the merchant is very skillful, there is a saying that if the merchant is skillful, the merchant can sell a comb to person who has a bald hair.
How many combs do you have?
Yeah, so you have to be very skillful and tactful.
I mean, when we discuss with the person who is suffering, so I mean, if you want to give a suggestion, and I mean to simulate that statement in
Yeah.
that.
We can suggest we had to be very skillful, as Bante mentioned. Maybe we had to be gentle, and then we just have to keep trying. Things will not change as we want, but we just keep trying. That's all we can do.
Just letting be to correct something.
Yes.
Letting it be.
Letting be.
Yeah, the other person will have their own. Okay, Bante, I think we are running out of the time, right?
Yeah, but we can go to next part now.
So I hope that I think after discussing this, actually, I thought that maybe this is a good topic to write an article about how business knowledge can be applicable to spiritual path. Going to be a good topic to write about.
Okay, Bante, thank you. So let's move to the next part of the program. So, it's transfers of merits to our departed relatives. You can tell 14.
You can change the screen, right?
Okay, now let's share the merits that we acquired practicing meditation, chanting, and offering and everything. All those merits with our departed relatives. Whoever departed relatives who have done many things for the progress of our life, for the well-being of our life. Let's invite them to share these merits with us. So just think about them and share these merits with them. And may our relatives share our goodness. May they also be happy and rejoice our goodness. Idam me ñātinang hotu sukhita untu ñāteyo. Idam me ñātinang hotu sukhita untu ñāteyo. Idam me ñātinang hotu sukhita untu ñāteyo. Transference of merits to sentient beings. We will share these merits with all other beings. We will accept and able to share our merits. May they do so and have happy and rejoice our goodness. Ittavata ca amhehi samvatam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Wish for the well-being of the world. In English, may the weather be pleasing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act become the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until I attain Nibbana. Purification. If by body, speech, or mind I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determine to be heedful. Now, this is our blessing service. We are going to chant the discourse of loving kindness, Karaniya Metta Sutta, originally uttered by the Buddha with great compassion for all living beings. So we wish that may you all receive the blessings of the great compassion of the Buddha. With these blessings, may you all be well, happy, and receive good health and healing. And also, you can recall to your mind whoever you want to share these blessings with your family members, relatives, friends, especially people, anyone who are sick. Just recall to them, recall to your mind, and share these blessings with them too. May all of you receive these blessings. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya mantra kusalena yantam santam padam abhisamicca sakko juca sujuca suvaco
Rasa mudu anatimani santunsakoca subaroca abhakinjoca sallabhavunti santindriyoca nipakoca abhagambo kulesu anugindo nachakundang samacare kinciyena vinyu pare upavadeyum sukino akemino hontu sampe santa bhavantu sukitanta eke cipana kutanti tasavata verava navase sabhigava emantava Jimaras kanukatula dindava eva dindaye chadure vasanti avidure utava sambhave siva sampi santa bhavantu sukitanta naparo parannikumbe nati manyete kanta jinang kanji vyarosena patiga sanyanya manyasa dukka minjaya mata yatani yang puntang ayusai kepunta manurangke evam pisambha bhutesu mana sambhavaye aparimanang mittan ca sambha lokam mana sambhavaye aparimanang muddhang adoca tiriyang ca asambhadang averang asapantam tintang carang nisinno vasayano vayavatang savigata itang sating aditteya brahma metang viharang idamahu dittinca anupagam silevadasanena sampanno kamesu vinaya gedang ahijatu gamba seyang punariti tena satca vanjena sutti te hotu sambada etena satca vanjena sambarogo vinassatu etena satca vanjena hotu te jaya mangalam Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhavatu sabba mangalam rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sati bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalam rakkantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sati bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalam rakkantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada sunti bhavan Let's spend a moment of reflection. Let's reflect whatever good deeds, kind deeds done today, yesterday, or day before yesterday. Whenever we have done any kind deeds, let's rejoice those kind deeds. On this day, or in the past, if I have done kind deeds to other beings, with my body, spiritual mind, with a great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds
and let my heart rejoice.
and let my heart rejoice.
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others.
appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others.
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
wishing more opportunities to practice compassion.
wishing more opportunities to practice compassion.
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
resolving not to compare myself with others.
resolving not to compare myself with others.
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
and gladly share this joy with all beings everywhere.
and gladly share this joy with all beings everywhere.
May my kind deeds
May my kind deeds
relieve the burdens of other beings.
relieve the burdens of other beings.
May my kind deeds
May my kind deeds
shield me from all dangers and pain.
shield me from all dangers and pain.
May my kind deeds
May my kind deeds
and merits that come from them
and merits that come from them
help me in freeing my heart.
help me in freeing my heart.
And also let's recall. Now you can recall to your mind any kind deed done by someone else, whether to you or others. If somebody gave you something, if somebody was there at least to listen to you, if somebody showed some kindness, compassion towards you, even a simple short moment, recall those moments. On this day or in the past,
So in the past,
if I have seen or heard
if I have seen or heard
of the kind deeds done by others,
of the kind deeds done by others,
with their body, speech, or mind,
with their body, speech, or mind,
whether great or little,
with a great or little,
here before the
here
Buddha,
before the
I
Buddha,
call to
I
mind
call to mind
those kind
those
deeds
kind deeds
and let my heart rejoice.
and let my heart rejoice.
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
being always ready to praise kind people
being always ready to praise kind people
and follow their example.
and follow their example.
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world.
appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world.
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
expressing gratitude for any kindness done.
expressing gratitude for any kindness done.
May the kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
bring safety and happiness to many living beings.
bring safety and happiness to many living beings.
May the kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings.
foster gratitude and fellowship among many beings.
May the kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
nurture goodness in me
nurture goodness in me
and many living beings.
and many living beings.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you. Thank you very much.
One day, King wanted me to do something about the Buddha moss ornaments.
Mhm.
Do you take those downstairs or are they upstairs?
Yeah, okay, maybe let's conclude this session and later we can talk.
Okay, just
Okay. Okay, we.
Thank you, everyone. Nice to see you all. I'm glad that you all came today to our center and also joined over Zoom and YouTube. So look forward to see you again. Yeah.
thank you, Bhante.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
And wish you all good health.